Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody, to WWTA News. I'd like to thank you for joining us once again. Today, we are going to be going through some news and information, so we're going to jump right in. But before we do, as I like to always ask, if you have not hit that like button, help yourself out. Like that. Also, if you got family, friends, or loved ones who could use this information, feel free to share a link to them. Now, let's jump in, see what's going on out there. We're talking crypto today. So we got an article here that says Dubai-based law firm school to start accepting crypto payments. That's pretty impressive, right? We know that a lot of crypto, it's just even saying that doesn't make sense. The digital currencies, the digital cash, these things are going to be accepted. And yes, we do have a form of digital now. We use debit cards, credit cards, it's digital, but it's not over the internet, Web3. It's not super fast. It's not cost effective. And even with that digital system, it's not 24/7, 365, so let's just say this way. You might be on hold waiting to receive some money if bank hours are not, it's not open, right? So then that transaction is not going to settle for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. A lot of times, and I'll say this. So with something like Binance US, if you bring in through your bank account some money, it usually takes 10 days that they put on hold whatever it is you brought in. They won't let you take it back out. They hold that for 10 days because they need to what? In that 10 days have everything closed out. So yes, we do have a digital system, but it's not the superior digital system that will be instantly settled within seconds, not days. Okay, so when you see stuff like this, it's just a reminder that we are going into a truly digital system, a truly digital age. Let's continue. We got a tweet here. I don't know if anybody keeps up with Gala Games. Not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice, but I keep up with it mainly because I'm actually a holder of Gala Games coins or cash, mainly because what it's used for. It's used for their games in their environment. And before I read this, let me also share my thoughts and ideas, so maybe this can help others. When I look at things like Gala Games, to me, these appear to be no different than something like EA. And EA is a company that has studios that are up under them that produce video games. When I look at Gala Games, I see the same thing. In my mind, I'll just say, oh, it's just a gaming hub, and a lot of games are connected to this hub. And for me to get access, I'll go through something like Gala Games, which means I'll use Gala Games digital currency or digital cash to transact in that system, all right, that operates over the blockchain. So one of the reasons why I have Gala Games digital cash or digital currency is for the future use and the use now, if I so see fit, to play some particular games. All right, that's all that is. So don't read more into it. Don't look to make anything crazy. When I talk about stuff like these, you got stuff like UFO, you've got Sandbox, you've got Decentraland. It's a whole host coming out. And to me, like I said, when we're talking video games, all you're talking about, in my opinion, are these just little hubs that give you access to these games being developed by these development teams that are working on these blockchains and using that actual currency to transact and do business. So yeah, but let's get on to the tweet. This says, the Gala Games and Gala Music discords were breached today, but we are back in control and setting things back the way they are supposed to be. While we think we have cleaned all the spam links out, please don't click on anything, and remember that we will never DM you. This is relevant and important because in the crypto space, not being like the stock market, in the crypto space, it's new and everybody wants to make some, money like it's stocks. You know what I'm saying? It's money, money. I want to make money. And so they're going any and everywhere where somebody's sending them a link. Follow this to make money. If you want to receive this many coins, if you want this, if you wanted that, double your money, quadruple your money. So all these are just spam. I don't care if you see it on YouTube. I don't care if you see it on Twitter. I don't care where you see it. If somebody's telling you, click here, make this money, follow this link, make this money. If you want to do this, make this money, follow. That's just spam. And if you're in this space, you're hopefully just ignoring and sending that stuff away, because all that stuff is just scams that are spammed to screw you out of what's yours. So they posted. Obviously, there's a bunch of links out there, and most people don't pay too much attention. They just click stuff. Don't do that. Pay more attention. Do some reading. Follow trusted everything. And even if something looks like it might be fact, you check the actual address and read thoroughly that address to verify. Because yes, we can get scammed by there just being something just slightly different in that address that'll take us to a lookalike, which is actually ran by a digital attacker that's trying to get your funds. All right, very important there. Okay, what do we got here? We've got one here that says, here's why central bankers are talking about Bitcoin in El Salvador this week. Huh? On Sunday evening, El Salvador's President Nayib Bukele tweeted that the nation will be hosting more than 40 countries this week to discuss topics including the Central American countries' Bitcoin rollout. 40 countries, right? Tomorrow, 32 central banks and 12 financial authorities representing 44 countries will meet in El Salvador to discuss financial inclusion, digital economy, banking, the unbanked, the Bitcoin rollout, and its benefits in their country, the tweet said. That is just, whoa, right? Now look, the standard was set. This digital currency is in play. Now you have 44 countries going into El Salvador to learn how it's done. 44 countries going into El Salvador to learn how it's done. Now, yes, there are way more than 44 countries on this plane that we know of. And so that's still impressive news, because that just lets you know that we have the possibility of seeing 44 more countries, right? Which the potential of people coming into the space then just multiplies. Now, again, we are looking at tough times in the market, okay? But we're having tough times just about everywhere. Finance troubles, food troubles, fuel troubles. It's a lot of troubles going on everywhere. So yes, people are withdrawing money. Yes, people are cashing out their currencies for whatever their native currency is, so they can pay bills, go to the grocery store, order things ahead of time, under the pretense that you might not have them. Some people will go and buy up a bunch of food if they feel like there's going to be a food shortage. Hello. Some people might go buy a bunch of water. They think it's a shortage coming. Some people might bulk up on fuel. They think it's a shortage coming. Now, I'm not, judging anybody. Do what you do. It's your business. But that's a lot of what I think we're seeing, just mainly in the crypto and asset and even stock spaces. People are withdrawing to prepare themselves for some hardships that they can apparently see is on the way. So yeah, we're going into a new system. 44 countries are going to be down in El Salvador learning how to get this thing done. So in the very near future, we shall see a lot more countries come on board with this, and we're going to see that low value in the crypto space. We're going to see it make giant leaps and bounds, okay? It's definitely in the future. I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice, but when you see stuff like that, I mean, really, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to go study how to get this done, then go back to their own land and say, we don't care about that stuff. We're not going to do that. Huh? Do you think that's what they're going to do? Or do you think they're going to be like, you know what? That El Salvador, man, like Bukele, man, he bought another 500 Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Like, he bringing money to his country. I think we might want to try that because our country needs money. You know what I'm saying? So I do see the possibility and probability of that actually happening, which means we will see the value increasing in the crypto space. So keep your eyes on the prize. Now let's continue. We're going to close out with this article here. Universal Music Group to release NFTs on LimeWire's Algorand marketplace. Tells you how much attention I've been paying. Algorand has a marketplace, really? You know what I'm saying? Algorand, you doing it like that? But so Algorand is run on what, a version of XRP's system, right? I believe. Yeah, I believe it's running off a version of XRP's system. Because with XRP's the XRP ledger, we had a lot of fork offs, right? We had like XLM, Stellar Lumens. We had, I believe, Algorand. I believe we even had something. I think Ren was a version of it too. Maybe broke off, made a version. Like, I think so. I think Ren is also one. That's on like that chain, that block, that network. So, anyways. Algorand moves fast anyway, so that's just amazing. But to see that these different chains, all of them going to have to grow, and let me not get long with it because you know what I do. So all of these things, like as more people come on board, we're already looking at 44 more countries going to El Salvador to figure out how to get this done. So as more countries come on board, more people come on board, I promise you, this is the only way it makes sense. I could be wrong, but it only makes sense this way. If you have massive amounts of people having to use this technology, it's still running over the internet. You know what I'm saying? These transactions can be done fast and everything else, but to a degree. When you start overloading these blockchains, this information is going to slow down, and then it's not going to be cost effective anymore to get these things processed and completed. So you'll need different versions of these blocks, different I guess you'd say different roads to travel. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have Algorands, Ren, Stellar Lumens, XDC. You're going to have stuff like Solana, Cardano. You list them: Polygon, Matic, or Polygon, Binance. You're going to have all these different versions created so that when you do your transactions, you're not on a slow road. You know what I'm saying? So you want to send, I don't know, you want to make a payment, and let's say, let's use Walmart. Let's say Walmart accepts like 50 different currencies that are in the crypto world, digital currency, and they said they accept 50 of them. And each one of them, let's say out of there's 50 currencies they accept, and there's, let's say 8, 9, 10 different roads that they travel. Let's say this version of Solana, this version of Solana, this version of XRP, this version of this, and all these different versions, right? They're different roads to travel. So let's say you go in there, and one of the 50 is one that you can make a payment on. You can use it for payment, right? Let's say, okay, one of them's a version of Cardano, something that runs on Cardano, right? And so you say, okay, I can use that currency right there to make my payment to the store. Okay, and then boom, you make your payment to the store, Walmart, $125. You made off a version that breaks off something that runs through Cardano's network, and then boom, it's an instantaneous transaction. It was just that fast, and you go on your way. Now, if everybody's using that same one, or that same network, or that same blockchain, or that same roadway, guess what's going to happen? It's going to take time to get that processed, because all these transactions have to be computed and processed and put on the network and recorded and logged as chained transactions that are there forever. So just imagine that and think about that. So you have to have, don't get scared and say, oh my God, it's only going to be a few. No, that doesn't make sense. To me, it doesn't make sense. You can't have just a few. You're going to have a lot of these different networks that are doing these things, because you have a lot of people that are going to be doing transactions, and this stuff is going to be 24/7, 365. Okay, so keep that in mind. This is awesome news, what we see going on. I don't think we should be too worried about, the markets being so far down. Maybe we should take advantage of this. Yes, I am taking advantage of this. Any money I can get, that's just what I'm doing. You do what you got to do. This is financial advice, but this isn't nothing new. This is nothing new. For anybody that saw when Bitcoin had dropped down to 3,000, it went from like 9,000, it dropped down to 3,000. I was like, oh my God, at that time I finally had money. And I was like, man, if Bitcoin would get down to $1,000, I can get a couple of those. You know what I'm saying? And then it didn't, of course, obviously. It never went below 3,000 at the time. And it started going back up. And I believe after that, after it dropped down from 9, it went to like 3 and went back up, I believe it had jumped up to what, 20 or 30,000. So I know people were extremely happy. And I was like, man, I didn't have enough money. But you know, so this isn't nothing new. You know, I know people are going crazy. Oh my God, Bitcoin's $30,000. Yeah, well, there was a time Bitcoin was pennies. You know what I'm saying? Do you think the people that had it when it was pennies are sitting there like, okay, so it's 30,000. I still made money. What are you talking about? It was, I did pay at one point in time 10 cents, or I did pay at one point in time $1,000. For those that picked up at 1,000, they were doing great. Those that picked it up at $3,000, they were doing great. Even those who picked it up at $9,000 were doing great. And I know some people that did pick up a Bitcoin or two at $9,000, and saw that money go leaps and bounds. It went up to 60 at some point, 68, something, I believe 68,000. So if you put in 9 and you're still sitting above 30, I don't think there's any complaining to be there. Like, I don't see any complaining. Like, that's crazy. That's reckless talk. So look, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. There's a little bit of news articles. Hopefully you all can take these news articles, make sense out of all this, and continue to plot that course for your future, and make good moves for your family, friends, and loved ones. And yeah, man, I'll catch you all in the next video.